Welcome back to PinrEnglish. Today, we continue with the third lesson of our Daily Life English series. In this lesson, we are going to learn 20 real English phrases used in the kitchen and daily cooking situations. We will practice with the shadowing technique. Listen carefully, repeat after me, and speak along with the sentences. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to PinrEnglish for more real English lessons every day. And stay until the end because we have a quick English quiz. Write your answer in the comments and test your English. Now, let's start learning.
I'm frying an egg. I'm frying an egg.
Imagine it's morning and you are making breakfast. You take a pan and cook an egg. In this situation, you can say, I'm frying an egg. Listen and repeat. I'm frying an egg. Again, I'm frying an egg.
I'm toasting the bread. I'm toasting the bread.
Now your egg is ready and you prepare some bread. When you make bread warm and crispy, you can say, I'm toasting the bread. Listen and repeat. I'm toasting the bread. Again, I'm toasting the bread.
Pour coffee. I'm pouring some coffee. I'm pouring some coffee.
Breakfast is almost ready. You make some coffee and put it into your cup. We say, I'm pouring some coffee. Listen and repeat. I'm pouring some coffee. Again, I'm pouring some coffee.
Boil water. I'm boiling some water. I'm boiling some water.
Maybe you want to make tea. You heat water until it gets very hot. You can say, I'm boiling some water. Listen and repeat. I'm boiling some water. Again, I'm boiling some water.
Spread butter. I'm spreading butter on my toast. I'm spreading butter on my toast.
Your toast is ready. Now you add some butter on top. You can say, I'm spreading butter on my toast. Listen and repeat. I'm spreading butter on my toast. Again, I'm spreading butter on my toast.
I'm adding some jam. I'm adding some jam.
You want more flavor, so you put some jam on your toast. You can say, I'm adding some jam. Listen and repeat. I'm adding some jam. Again, I'm adding some jam.
I'm stirring the soup. I'm stirring the soup.
Now you are cooking lunch. The soup is in the pot, and you mix it with a spoon. You can say, I'm stirring the soup. Listen and repeat. I'm stirring the soup. Again, I'm stirring the soup.
I'm chopping the vegetables. I'm chopping the vegetables.
You prepare vegetables for your meal. You cut them into small pieces. You can say, I'm chopping the vegetables. Listen and repeat. I'm chopping the vegetables. Again, I'm chopping the vegetables.
Peel onions. I'm peeling an onion. I'm peeling an onion.
Before cutting the onion, you remove the outside skin. You can say, I'm peeling an onion. Listen and repeat. I'm peeling an onion. Again, I'm peeling an onion.
I'm seasoning the food. I'm seasoning the food.
Your food is cooking, and now you add salt or spices for more flavor. You can say, I'm seasoning the food. Listen and repeat. I'm seasoning the food. Again, I'm seasoning the food.
I'm cracking an egg. I'm cracking an egg.
You need another egg for your recipe. You open the eggshell carefully. You can say, I'm cracking an egg. Listen and repeat. I'm cracking an egg. Again, I'm cracking an egg.
I'm draining the pasta. I'm draining the pasta.
Your pasta is cooked. Now you remove the hot water before serving it. You can say, I'm draining the pasta. Listen and repeat. I'm draining the pasta. Again, I'm draining the pasta.
I'm pouring some milk. I'm pouring some milk.
You take a glass and add some milk into it. You can say, I'm pouring some milk. Listen and repeat. I'm pouring some milk. Again, I'm pouring some milk.
I'm grabbing a plate. I'm grabbing a plate.
The food is ready, so you need a plate from the kitchen cabinet. You can say, I'm grabbing a plate. Listen and repeat. I'm grabbing a plate. Again, I'm grabbing a plate.
I'm serving the food. I'm serving the food.
Now everything is ready. You bring the food to the table for everyone. You can say, I'm serving the food. Listen and repeat. I'm serving the food. Again, I'm serving the food.
I'm slicing the cheese. I'm slicing the cheese.
You prepare some cheese and cut it into smaller pieces. You can say, I'm slicing the cheese. Listen and repeat. I'm slicing the cheese. Again, I'm slicing the cheese.
I'm baking cookies. I'm baking cookies.
You prepare dessert and put cookies in the oven. When you cook something in the oven, you can say, I'm baking cookies. Listen and repeat. I'm baking cookies. Again, I'm baking cookies.
I'm opening a can. I'm opening a can.
You need some food from a can, so you remove the lid. You can say, I'm opening a can. Listen and repeat. I'm opening a can. Again, I'm opening a can.
I'm putting the leftovers in the fridge. I'm putting the leftovers in the fridge.
After eating, you save the extra food for later. You put it in the refrigerator. You can say, I'm putting the leftovers in the fridge. Listen and repeat. I'm putting the leftovers in the fridge. Again, I'm putting the leftovers in the fridge.
I'm mixing the ingredients. I'm mixing the ingredients.
Finally, you prepare a recipe by combining different ingredients together. You can say, I'm mixing the ingredients. Listen and repeat. I'm mixing the ingredients. Again, I'm mixing the ingredients.
What does chop mean? A. Cut into small pieces. B. Cook in the oven. C. Put in the fridge. Write in the comments. Amazing job! You learned 20 real English kitchen phrases. Keep practicing with shadowing. The more you repeat, the better you speak. Like, subscribe, and follow PinrEnglish for more lessons.